Hello YouTube, Caldas Gamer here with another Warhammer 40k video game, and this time instead of Chaos Gate it's Space Marine 2. Now, in case you guys didn't know, and I'm pretty sure people who follow me did not know this, but I already had Space Marine 2, especially when it first came out. Because I'm a huge Warhammer nerd, I pre-ordered the Ultimate Edition, and I got all the content in this game. Now, I will confess that after completing the story mode of Space Marine 2, I kind of stopped playing this game because one of the biggest drag about this game, and this is my biggest complaint, is the loading time. I'm not sure about you guys, but the loading time was horrendous, especially in the first month of the game. And after completing the story mode and figuring out how the story mode would end, um, I figured that it's better if I just stop playing this game because I was getting frustrated with the loading screen. But I did enjoy the multiplayer, especially PvP, and I also enjoyed the PvE mode where you fight a bunch of bots. Now, coming back to Space Marine 2, they made some updates and improvements here and there. And the biggest one to me was the wave system. In other words, the last stand, and I really do like this mode. This mode, in my opinion, is my most favorite mode because you constantly keep finding wave after wave, but with a little twist. Now, I'm not sure you guys gonna see it, but here in this gameplay footage, I went to this weird shop thingy. It looks like a shop from Doom: The Dark Ages, and it turns out you could buy stuff, not just health pull and ammo and grenades, but you could also buy Imperial Guard and summon a Dreadnought if you save a lot of money, or you could deposit a saving of money in order to get a Dreadnought in the game, which I did, and well, that's in the second um, footage that I have, but it will not show up here. But I did purchase Imperial Guard because I find that very cool that you could have NPC, friendly NPC fighting alongside you. And me, I love this. I really do. Like, I love good improvements, not just good improvements, but also additional in-game contents where you could mix things up a bit. Because I will admit, another reason why I stopped playing Space Marine 2 after completing the story mode, the game. All right, first of all, it looks beautiful, very well detailed. I love it, and everything in this game is very lore accurate. My only beef with this game is that aside from story mode, the PvE and the multiplayer, it felt kind of restrictive, and there are some aspect into this game that felt very restrictive. And when I say restricted, I mean like the context of this game felt limited, and it felt like you were playing a PS2 game, if that makes any sense. Which, by the way, Space Marine 1, super old game. At this point, I think it's 15 years old, I think. If not, maybe older than that. And in that game, it was very restricted, but it made sense for its time. And that's basically all I gotta say. Like, it felt like you're playing a PS2 game, but with a PS5 graphics, if that makes any sense. And don't get me wrong, like some aspects it's fun, especially when I'm slamming a group of enemies, like you see here in this clip. And I love the parry system. I love the smaller details in terms of graphic design. The parry system is something I gotta get used to, but I really do love it, and I'm super happy that they announced the update where the Tech Marine, a brand new class, is coming into the game. My only wish when it comes to classes is they add the Apothecary, because me, I love playing as a healer class, and the Apothecary, especially in lore of the Space Marine, is a fantastic healer, and I kind of wish they added it, especially the fact that medikits in this game is kind of rare and very scarce, and you only could carry them like two of them. Two is the max, and yeah, that's it. So I kind of wish they added apothecary, especially you know, medkits are very limited. But anyway, yeah, this game is very fun. I really do love it. But like I said, the reason why I stopped playing this game was because the context of this game is very limited, and it felt like a PS2 game playing in the PS5 graphics. And at the same time, there wasn't that much to get into. Like after playing PvE and PvP for a while, it kind of felt a little repetitive, and after that, I kind of stopped getting into the game. But now that I'm back and seeing the new contents and the little details of what they added, especially the emote kind of surprised me because that wasn't there when it first came out. I'm loving it, and I think I'm gonna play Space Marine 2 a little more than ever. Especially the fact that now I stopped playing Call of Duty, and of course, Overwatch. I might get back into Overwatch just to see if there's anything new. But I'll definitely talk about Mercy for being a fantastic healer, and Mercy was definitely my main. And my secondary main was Reaper because I love his edgy DPS Mexican style class. But yeah, in Space Marine 2, if you guys curious what class I main in Space Marine 2, it was definitely the Assault class. There's something I like about, aggressive flying unit, and the Assault class was perfect for that role. The only other role that I do like was the heavy class, which you have the heavy bolter and you just shoot whatever that's in front of you. Aside from that, I do like the Tacticus. The Tacticus, it was very Jaguar trade, very straightforward, but what I love about it is its versatility. And of course, the Vanguard. The Vanguard, you could obviously tell that the Vanguard was based on the Reaver in Space Marine. If you guys read Warhammer 40k lore, the Space Marine, they're break up to different units, and in this game, I think it was called, yeah, basically the Reaver class. The Reaver class, it's definitely lore accurate and I love it. The only thing I kind of wish is they added, well, I'm not sure if they had stun grenades, but I'll double check. As a matter of fact, I think they do have stun grenades. Now that I think about it, they do have shock grenades that confuse and blind the enemy, which that's lore accurate, by the way. And I love the hook. But I didn't play in this clip. I just played the assault class because that was my most favorite. But yeah. Anyway, guys, I feel like I ranted enough, but Space Marine 2 was one of those games that I really did love. But the problem is, the reason why I stopped playing it is because, like I said, long loading time and the limited content at the time when it was released, especially after finishing the story mode. The story mode was fantastic. In matter of fact, it was the main reason why I kept playing Space Marine 2 when it first came out. Same thing with Doom. Doom, I kept playing it when it first came out because of the story mode. And then after completing the story mode, I kind of stop and move on to something else. And same thing with Sun Wukong, etc., etc. But yeah, Space Marine 2, I still love it, and I'm thinking about playing more just for the new game modes, especially this Last Stand mode, which is the one that you see right here. This is definitely new to me, and I'm loving the fact that you could summon guards, you could summon the Dreadnought, and they basically help you out during the fight. Love it. My only wish is the next time they add a class, because they're gonna add Tech Marine soon, is the Apothecary. Apothecary, in my opinion, definitely needs, to be included in this game. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching, thank you for listening. Please like and subscribe, and tell me what's your favorite class in Space Marine 2. As you can see, my favorite is the Assault Marine. My second favorite is the Reaver, but the Reaver was a special new unit of the Space Marine in Warhammer 40k lore. Before the Primaris Marine, they didn't exist. So yeah, the Assault class is the OG class of Space Marines. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching, thank you for listening. Like and subscribe, all that jazz, and thank you, and enjoy the rest of the footage. As I'm gonna stop talking and yeah, enjoy the rest of the footage. Calidus Gamer, over and out.
Dispensing stems. Go with the glory of the Imperium. 30 scans ready. These will lay our enemies to rest. Supply drop. The armory provides. Soon we will be joined by Vultus. threat in there. And now form the... Form a ring. This cage is purged. Push through the hay. The Imperium's hammer rises to strike. I am airborne ready. The Imperium is not. The Scarab come for your unsilkiness. The Apothecarian provides.
Augurs detect a serious threat incoming. Focus and bring it down.
They may try to challenge us. They will fail. The abomination is
We must eliminate high priority enemies. Controlling the battle means removing priority enemies. Target look powerful enemies first. Priority threat eliminated. Stand firm against the remaining scum.
I look forward to Bolter's joining the group.
New orders. Protect the fortress's arsenal.